So I thought I would give you guys an update on what is going on with my boob job. So I had a video on my channel last year. I think it was a bit before Christmas, and I had planned to do it over those holidays, but my partner ended up having to go away with the army. So, you know, life happens. So I waited until now and finally booked in my consultation. So had my first consultation, oh god, sorry, with the Cosmetic Institute on the Gold Coast. I had that yesterday. It all went really good. I met with my surgeon and we, you know, discussed everything that needed to be discussed. He answered all my questions. I took like a list of questions, and before I could even ask him, he pretty much answered them all, and I was like, okay. He asked me what kind of look I was going for. I screenshotted like a few photos off the like the TCI Facebook page, and I showed him those, and he's like, okay, you're going for like a full like round look, you know. He asked me what cup size I was after and that kind of stuff, and I pretty much just said I wanted a D, double D, kind of like more towards a double D. So he gave me some implants to try on. So what I did was had the surgical bra on, which is just like a sports bra kind of dealio, and he gives you like chicken fillet kind of looking fake boobies and he makes you try them on, and you like put them on top of each other like that, and you kind of like, yeah, I don't know, it was really confusing at first. I was like, what? But yeah, you just like place them on top of each other so you get the roundness. He gave me a few different ones. I tried on 3 different sizes, and I wrote down my sizes because I'm like so clueless. He didn't actually tell me the sizes as I was trying them on. He just said, here, put this on, and then I looked at myself in the mirror and he said rated out of 10. So I was like, okay. It's kind of like you're like put on the spot because you don't really know what to expect. Well, at least I didn't know what to expect, and you know, when you try one on, you don't really know how the next one's gonna look compared to it, blah blah blah. Anyway, my boobs are like totally 2 different sizes. This one is like bigger than this one, so of course you have to kind of like even it out when you're trying your implants on. He had me try on like 2 of the same size to start with, and he's like, this is gonna look totally weird, just showing you what would happen if you got like implants in the same size. And it looked totally effed up. So anyway, the first size I tried on was 415 on this side, so my smaller side, and 450 on my biggest side, and I rated that 7 out of 10 because I was just like, I don't really know. They felt good. They weren't that big. I did take a few photos. If you want to follow my Instagram, I'll leave all the information down below. So yeah, I rated that like 7 out of 10. I was kind of like put on the spot. Anyway, so he goes, okay, would you rather go bigger or smaller? And again, I was like, I don't really know, because I don't know what the next size is going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be too big. I don't know if I want to go smaller than this. Like, it honestly did not look that big, and he still hadn't told me the amount of cc's that was in the boobs that I was actually trying on. He never told me like it was 415. He just wrote this down afterwards. So I just said, okay, I'll try bigger. So he gave me 470 on this side and 525 on this side, and I was like, now we're talking. Like, it felt really full and it was really nice, and it wasn't too like heavy, and I don't know, I just really liked it, and I was like, yeah, this is better than the last one, like 8 out of 10. So he was like, okay, cool. like that's settled then, like that looks really good. Because I was actually like super happy, like I was like, this looks really good. I took a few photos and I was like, I really like it. And then I was like, so what amount of cc's is it? And then he like dropped the bomb and was like 525 cc's, and I was like, what? Like, okay, I researched the shit out of this. I'm in like so many Facebook groups, researching all the time, looking at different photos, trying to like pick what size I think would look good on me. And in my head, like when me and Ash like look at photos and stuff, we're like, okay, cool, I reckon around like 380, 400, like that mark looks really awesome. It's not massive, it just looks really nice. So when he told me 525, I kind of like freaked out, and I was like, that is a lot. And I said, what cup size do you think that would make me if I did pick that? And he said most likely like an E cup. So that made me freak out even more. I was like, holy crap, like I don't know if I want to go that big. Like they felt really good, they looked really good, but I had no one else there with me to be like, yeah, that looks good, or you know, that's too big. So anyway, I kind of was freaking out, so I'm like, can I try on a small size? And he was kind of like, I don't think you should, blah blah blah. And I'm like, just to give me like peace of mind, so he let me try on a small size, which was 385 and 415, and nah, I was like, no, that's too small. So yeah, I only rated that like 5 out of 10. So I was like, you know, he started saying like, it looks really proportionate with your body. You know, most girls are going to wish they went bigger. No one wishes they went smaller, blah blah blah, all this stuff, like pretty much saying you should definitely pick the 525. So I was like, okay. I tried it on again, and I was like, it like seriously, like I really liked it, and I was getting excited, and I'm like, okay, this is awesome. So my stats are, I am 170 centimeters tall, and I'm about, when I weighed myself at my appointment, I was 54 centimeters, which was 1 kilo off of being an unhealthy BMI, and they wouldn't operate on me. So that was awesome. I was like, what the fuck? Clearly not underweight. I definitely have massive hips, and definitely have excess fat. Anyway, that is not the point. So yeah, I pretty much decided then and there. I was just like, okay, you think that's what's best for me? I reckon it looked nice. He told me that that was the biggest that he would be able to go anyway. So he's like, you may as well just get your biggest, you'll be right. So he said it would be under the muscle, because I obviously don't have very big boobs at the moment. I'm like an A cup. So yeah, under the muscle. And he said, he showed me all the different implants. So it's like moderate, high profile, and like extra high profile. And he said for the size that I was getting, I would have to get the extra high profile, which kind of like freaked me out, because like when I look at extra high, when I like think about extra high profile, I think like, you know, like crazy up here. And he said, no, it's not that, it's just you get more upper pole, but it's not crazy. So I left and went back out to the waiting room. They had me talk to another lady about the dates and all that kind of stuff. So my consultation itself was $150. I'm gonna go through prices and stuff, because like when I watched videos online, I was just like, no wonder you're mentioning prices, and I really want to like compare and know what to expect and that kind of stuff with like the whole procedure, like from start to finish, how much money you're going to be actually spending. So anyway, my consultation was $150, I don't remember how long I was in there for. It was not long. It was probably like half an hour. So I met with these other girls and they told me what dates were free. And I ended up booking for the 16th of December. So I think that's like 42 days away or something like that. So not long at all. Now, she gave me, you know, like pamphlets and heaps of crap on the type of implants. If I like skim through this, it just has like 6 weeks before surgery, stop smoking, apply moisturizer, don't do drugs, just all the general stuff. And then it says like 7 days before surgery, don't drink alcohol, night before surgery, get plenty of rest and follow your fasting instructions. The day of surgery, shower in the morning, do not apply moisturizer, no nail polish, acrylics, remove jewelry and piercings, wear comfy clothes and arrive at your admission time. Now that's another thing, piercings. So I have to take all my piercings out when I get my surgery. Now you guys will probably know if you like follow my channel, that's like the one you're on right now. I got my nipples pierced when I was, what month was it? I think it was in May. So my surgery is in December. And he said that I would have to take my nipple piercings out for, I think he said 2 months. I can't really remember. But it was a while, so I am hoping that they don't like close up, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I probably wouldn't get them pierced again just because, you know, I just go through phases where I'm like, oh, it's so awesome, and then I'm just like, yeah, it's cool, but I don't really need it. So yeah, I have to take all those out. That's the only one that will close up. My lip, my belly and stuff won't. What else do I need to talk about? This video is like already 30 minutes long, but my only other worry is, of course, my children. If you don't know, I have 2 kids, and my youngest is only, what, well, she's 1. She was 1 in June, and my son turned 3 in July. So they're, you know, the little kids, they need a lot of help. My partner, of course, will be here, but you know, it's a lot of stress, especially in the first couple of days. You know, I am hoping, I messaged his mum and I asked her if she could get 3 days off work just to have the kids, just so we can settle in and I won't be in as much pain. And you know, of course I won't be lifting my littlest, and I definitely won't be lifting the bigger one, but I won't be lifting them for a good while. So I'm really hoping that I heal well with no complications and all that kind of stuff, because you know, I obviously have to keep going with my life. I can't just fully relax. So I left my consultation, went to the car, told Ash, well actually first I showed him the photos that I took and he was like, that's pretty big, and then I told him the amount of cc's in it and he pretty much like flipped out. He's like, holy crap, that's massive, Gemma, you can't do that, that's too big, you know, you're gonna regret it. And then I'm like, crap, and I'm like kind of like second guessing myself again, and I'm like, oh god. Okay, so I messaged like my best mate and stuff and I showed her the photos and she's like, it's pretty big. She's like, but I think it looks okay because I have like broad shoulders, and I definitely do think I could pull off the 525, and it's just like a big size. So anyway, get home and I call my mum and I tell her as well, and she's like, don't go in E-cup. So everybody I'm asking is like, don't go E-cup, don't go the 525s. So I'm like, okay. So I talked to a few other girls who have actually had breast implants, and and they're all like, yeah, go the 5:25, so I'm like, oh, what do I do? So I'm just like looking at photos and stuff of what my outcome is going to like look like if I did get the 5:25s, which is what I did book in for. The 470 on this side and 5:25 on this side. So I was looking at photos and I'm freaking myself out. So I got up this morning because I had my appointment yesterday, and I emailed a surgeon here in Brisbane, and I just said how much for a consultation. Do you guys have room on the weekends? Because TCI, like the Cosmetic Institute, doesn't do consultations on the weekend, like they're shut. So it's really inconvenient for me because no one can look after my kids, and my partner obviously works 5 days a week, yada yada yada. So I'm like, okay, cool, $100. I'm pretty sure, I haven't booked in yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go see him this weekend, and take Ash with me, get someone to watch the kids for a few hours, take Ash with me, try on some more sizes, be set on my size because I really can't be fucked to drive back to the Gold Coast, but be set on my size, and then call up the Cosmetic Institute, tell them I want to go with this size or I don't want to go with this size, and then be all set. And who knows, maybe I might like this surgeon better. I don't know. I actually really liked my surgeon that I met the first time. I ended up paying a $500 deposit at the Cosmetic Institute, which I can get back if I want to. So that's just to secure your surgery date. They both cost the same price, the implants themselves. I think I'm pretty sure it's like $6,000, 6 or 7. I think it's 6. So yeah, I'm just gonna pay in full because, of course, if you were to go through their credit services, nah, just don't do it because you'll end up paying a fuckload more. Just pay outright. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I just thought I would update you guys on what has happened at my first appointment, and that it's actually like all going ahead. And of course I'm going to keep updating on this channel every appointment I go to. If I meet this new doctor this weekend, I will definitely take more photos and upload another video. And yeah, so just follow me on my social media if you actually are keen to follow my journey.